Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Mezzala and winger role combination in Football Manager. And let's get started by talking about how they work together. The Mezzala and winger are creative roles that pair well when used on the same side of a tactic. It gives you two roles that can spearhead your attack. Their wider positioning when your team has the ball makes it difficult for opponents to keep track of both of them. And this positioning is what makes the Mezzala and winger an effective role pair. The Mezzala likes to sit in the half space and the winger will stay out wide. So what you're going to see, especially when playing an opponent with a back four, is that these two position themselves in the gaps of a defense. It's difficult for the opponent to mark both of them and keep their defensive shape. In this example, we're on the ball attacking to the left. Our Mezzala is in the half space between their fullback and center back, and our winger is sitting out wide. The Mezzala will get the pass and wait for the winger to make his run in behind. Here's another example. This is the Mezzala and this is the winger. The Mezzala, sitting in that half space between the center back and fullback, is going to get the ball, and that fullback is going to close him down. When he does, the winger will once again make a run in behind. In the next section, let's talk about some complementary roles for these two. Because the winger and Mezzala are more attack focused, you can use some midfield roles that are more supporting and defensive. This could be central midfield roles like the box-to-box midfielder, the carrilero, and the central midfielder. Or in the defensive midfield, the defensive midfielder, the anchor, and the halfback. But there's two complementary roles I want to specifically highlight. The first is a striker, the deep lying forward. This striker pairs well with the winger and Mezzala, but specifically the Mezzala. The reason for this is that the deep lying forward is a striker at the top of your formation, but he wants to drop deep into the midfield. And the Mezzala is a midfielder, and they want to push up, so what you're getting is positional interchange between the two player roles. And this interchange can make it very difficult for defenders. Let's check out an example. This is the winger, the Mezzala, and the deep lying forward. The winger's not going to be involved in this play, but his positioning will hold the fullback. The deep lying forward, meanwhile, drops into the midfield to receive the pass. His movement will bring the center back with him. The Mezzala attacks the space that was created. He'll get the assist on his teammate's goal. The other role I want to highlight is the inverted wingback. The inverted wingback will offer protection and support in the midfield as the Mezzala and winger push up and attack. And as we're going to see in this next example, the three of them fit nicely together, both figuratively and literally. This is the inverted wingback on the ball, and here's our Mezzala and winger. The Mezzala will stay in the half space, and the winger stays out wide. The inverted wingback will attack the natural gap between those two roles. He'll get the assist to our deep lying forward. In the next section, we'll check out some tactical ideas. When using the Mezzala and a winger in a tactic, I like to stagger them if I can, meaning one on support and one on attack. If you're playing an opponent that has a back four formation, try the Mezzala on attack and winger on support. This will make the Mezzala focused on attacking that gap in the backline and being more scoring focused. And the winger will hit more early crosses to take advantage of that movement. This is our Mezzala on attack. meaning he's ready to take advantage of the gap between the fullback and center back. Our winger is on support. Our two roles combine for the goal. If you're playing against a back three formation, where there isn't as much room for the Mezzala, switch the role duties. Put the Mezzala on support and the winger on attack. This will make the Mezzala more of a creator and let the winger attack on the flanks where the opponent's weakness is. In this example, we're on the ball deep in our own half. The opponent is in a back three formation, so there isn't as much of a gap for the Mezzala to exploit. On the support duty, the Mezzala will sit deeper, looking to be that creator. The winger, however, is on the attack duty, so he has license to dribble more and get further forward. He'll win his one-on-one to get us the corner, and keep an eye on the Mezzala, who provides support in the half space just in case. For our tactic example, this is the 4-3-3 with Pacific FC that we've seen in a recent past video. It uses a Mezzala on attack and a winger on support. The box-to-box midfielder and deep-lying playmaker give us a supporting role and a defending role in the midfield. The opposite flank has an inside forward and wingback, who are themselves an excellent role pair. Let's do a breakdown on how these roles work together. Right now, my central defender is on the ball. We'll work it to the inverted wingback, who's taken up position in the midfield. The winger's going to get the pass and stay out wide, which will drag the opponent's fullback out to him. On the opposite flank, the inside forward on attack is pushing up into the box, which helps us because it means his defender will play everybody onside. Now, the Mezzala and deep-lying forward just have to decide who's going to get the goal and who's going to keep the defenders occupied. The Mezzala holds his position, the center back stays with him, and the striker gets in behind. As we wrap up the video, if you're curious about any of the player roles discussed in today's video, I have different playlists that go over the player roles, role combinations, and tactical ideas. And a friendly reminder that I've got a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.